Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to VTP Stage 2 Online Technical Tuesday Coaching Call number 200 for the 14th of July 2026. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you have had some enjoyable trading sessions in what is once again another eventful week and an eventful month and an eventful quarter and an eventful year that is 2026. As the old Chinese saying goes, may you live in interesting times. And I think it's probably fair to say we have been. As you said, this is the 200th, okay, of the Stage 2 Technical Tuesday coaching calls, hence why I have opened it up to live stream. If you're joining us there on YouTube live stream, it's great to have you here with us. It's really fascinating to have people here. And I hope that you're able to take a little bit of insight from this. This is the weekly call that we do every Tuesday, 12 o'clock, 12:30 rather, just looking at a little bit more of the kind of some of the technical details within FX indices and commodities markets. As always, you are very welcome here, but just remember that you're always responsible for your own trading decisions. And if you want a little bit of help in sustaining and improving your performance, there is the VTP Trader Accountability Group that is running this quarter, okay, helping build discipline, accountability, and consistency in your trading. You can ping me if you've got questions, or that QR code will take you there, or there's a bit.ly code that will take you there that you can see there. Or as I said, you can ping me if you've got any questions. Okay, so here we are, STAM plug in there. Let's get rid of that. So what is this? What is it showing me? This is my dollar profile. Okay, as always, Aussie on the daily, Euro on the daily, cable on the daily, dollar Swiss on the daily, Kiwi dollar, dollar CAD, dollar yen, and the dollar index. Okay, and I always have these set up like this. I always start with the dollar. I want to look at the dollar index. The dollar's the big daddy. I want to see what is it doing. Okay, is there any very clear trend in place? And can I use that information to help me going forward? So as always, I look to start with the dollar index. Okay, it's the same routine that we go through. Bang, weekly chart had been in that range, blew out of that range, and it looked like we were perhaps coming back into it, a little bit of a flag, coming back to the to that kind of big 100, 101 level, 150 area. If I go down to the daily chart, okay, this is where I started to get interested, and we talked about this a fair bit. 20 period moving average, okay, has acted as really good dynamic support, okay, for the last 6 weeks or so, hasn't it? Acted as really nice there, and we are back here. I was looking at this as a bit of a bull flag, and yes, we kind of worked our way out of it. Today is a little bit of a lower, but not a real surprise there. As I said, I'll be interested to see what those CPI numbers are, and also what Varsh has got to say during his testimony. So don't be surprised if it's a bit of a volatile session, but I still see that as dollar bullish. Okay, at the moment, that's my kind of view on it. All right, which is we've had that little bit of a pullback, and I'm still seeing as being a little bit bullish there dollar wise. So then you're looking at, well, actually, how's that played out against everybody else? Well, what we can see is that actually, Kiwi dollar, all right, has strengthened its way there. Okay, no surprise, as I said, Kiwi has been strengthening a fair bit. Dollar against yen, that is just literally pivoting around that 162 level, all right? Everybody's been waiting for the Ministry of Finance and Bank of Japan, all right, to basically intervene again, but it's not happening. I see that price is just coiling up and just kind of basically pivoting around 162. That's where I see that on that. But we've seen dollar against Swiss franc strengthen, which we're going to look at in a moment. Sterling had strengthened, okay, which we'll look at. All right, euro. Well, Euro had tried, but it's kind of. I was looking at us basically coiling up here, okay. But basically, as you can see for yourself, let me get rid of all these drawings, okay. Is that actually what we're starting to see? Is that it's starting to drift its way down there again, isn't it? That's the way I would look at that, okay. And that would still sort of be an element of that Euro weakness, a little bit of sterling strength. If we look at dollar CAD, all right. Dollar CAD had really peaked its way out very nicely, kind of real triple top there. And what we've seen is it kind of drift its way down. And that is that reflection of that Canadian dollar strength off the back of the oil price pumping its way higher, and the effect that that has had on Canadian dollar. Okay. So that has been quite, as I said, it was going into the week, the STAM focus was to be long dollar CAD. That's fine, but as you build a picture about, well, actually this is what's going on at the moment, and also the fact that none of the price action is in any way supportive of that. That is why you're just waiting for the alignment of strength, trend, and momentum, okay, and price action to give you an opportunity. When it doesn't, well, you just sit on your hands, okay. So there we see with the dollar.